So the first thing that I do when I'm going to create a collage is I find the images that I want to keep from either magazines or on the computer. Today I'm using magazines. Then I just pull them out of the magazine or cut them out. The reason I do that is because it's hard to find something after you've already seen it in a different magazine and go back and get it. So I just pull them out. Then I cut or tear the images into the way that I would like them to be for my collage. Now, I'm not going to use every image that I pulled out of the magazine. I pull out more than what I need just because I'm not exactly sure what I want to use. And that's the fun thing about collage art, is it's kind of more of a spontaneous type of art. So anyways, I go through, I cut out the images the way that I would like to use them with the ones that I want to use, and I'm preparing to put all of these images together. By this point, I would have selected kind of a theme or a reason that I'm selecting these images. For today's cause, I am doing all of my images based off of a Bible verse that I chose prior to finding my images. Sometimes people will choose images based off of a certain sport that they love, or a certain sport player, or a certain style of life, or, you know, like today I chose all my images based off of a Bible verse that I wanted to write down. You could also be inspired by like the lyrics of a song or something like that. Then the next thing you do is you work on arranging the images onto your page. And I decided I'm going to need something else to go along with this, which is the actual Bible verse that I chose. So I'm using some packing material that came in a box that came probably from Amazon. But anyways, I am writing out the verse that I wanted to use, and I want to do that in kind of more of a hand lettering style mixed in with a little bit of printing. And you'll notice I am using a pencil first. I do tend to erase a lot whenever I'm doing the lettering, just because it's hard to keep it centered, and sometimes I actually mess up and write the wrong part of the verse at the wrong time and things like that, like I do on this particular piece that I'm working on here. The end of the verse I wrote wrong, so later I'll have to erase it and change that. So I work on that, or any piece that I'd want to add. Like sometimes you could add a little bit of paint to it, or sometimes people want to add a different piece from a different part of art. You know, it's not just related to magazines and clipping and all of that. You can throw in any type of art you want into collage. I mean, maybe you want to randomly throw in some sparkles or buttons or anything. You know, collage really means just basically that you're gluing things together. And so that's what we are going to do, is glue this artwork together. The other great thing about collage is if you're feeling like you want to be creative that day, but you're not feeling super talented in that particular day, you can create a pretty great looking piece of art with not a whole lot of talent. So that's a fun thing about collage. So the last thing is to glue all the images down. I tend to like to pick up one, and if I'm going to add a little accent paper like my brown paper there, I glue that down first underneath of the images. Then I remove them all and start with the bottom image first, and then layer them going forward. So that is the easiest way I found to do it, but you might find something else that works for you. And that is pretty much how you make a collage. You can add fun little details like tape, like I did. You can sign it. You can add other things that you might think of that would look great in your collage. This is my finished collage, and I wanted to show you two other collages. This is one my husband did about his favorite soccer team, and this is one he did about his favorite basketball player. Hope you have fun creating your collage.